Welcome to Trans Talk and the finish line of the Trans Baviaans 24-hour mountain bike marathon. And what a 2 weekends it's been. 2,400 riders have coursed to this World Heritage site. And with me, the man who conceptualized the whole dream, Wikus van der Walt. Who could have imagined 13 years ago, you started with a handful of mad riders, and now you're actually having 2 races over 2 weekends to accommodate the amazing amount of mountain bikers involved in this race.
Yes, good morning, Paul. Yeah, it's beyond our expectations. I mean, way back in 2004 when we started it, we had 76 teams and about 200 riders. And we did not expect in those years that it will evolve so quickly to the size that it is now. Over 2 weekends, 1,200 riders each weekend, and we are basically full. We can't take any more.
What do you think makes this race so unique, that just gets back riders year after year? Some of them have done it for 10 years already, a lot of them for 5 years, and it really is a magnet to the mountain bike in this country.
Yes, that's always a topic to ponder over. And I think if anybody knows what makes any event successful, then you're going to be a very rich man. But I think it's a combination of a couple of things, and one of the things is the sheer distance and the challenge of this event, and also the fact that it goes through the night. So and it's not an impossible challenge. Anybody that mountain bikes can achieve this, and I think that is what makes it so attractive.
And Wikus, it is, as the world knows in mountain biking, one of the longest and toughest single-day stage races in the world. But your new logo coming out here, and I think that really epitomizes the race, is it gives team spirit a whole new meaning.
Yes, our slogan for the event have changed over the years. We started off with being the longest single-stage mountain bike race in the world. That was challenged a couple of years ago, and we had to give in. But we changed it to the toughest single-stage mountain bike race in the world, which hasn't been challenged yet. And listening to some of the riders finishing today and last weekend is still is. But we have subsequently decided to upgrade or change it again to bring in the team spirit. To call it where team spirit gets a whole new meaning. The reason for that is this is a team event, a unique team event. It differs from all the other team events in the sense that you can enter as a 2, 3 or 4 man team, which makes the social aspect and the spirit of teamwork just so much different than any other event. And also because we include the support vehicle driver as a member of the team, which brings in a whole different dynamic. So we want to focus on the team spirit of this event.
Well, Wikus, thank you, and it really is an absolutely unique race, going all the way from the Kangaroo in the Eastern Cape, from Willowmore down to the surfing capital of the world, Jeffreys Bay. And let's give you a short preview of last weekend's race and a quick race report on the first 1,200 riders who made this epic journey.
Billy asked me in the beginning of the year, "Yo, do you want to do Trans Baviaans with me?" I said, "Yo, no, sure, that sounds like a great idea." And recently I started doubting my intuition at that time. But yeah, no, it's the first time and I really enjoyed it.
I'm hoping that Lawrence's pocket is strong and my hand is attached to it for most of the second half of the route.
I've done, this is my third. I wanted to win this event. The first year I did it with Ricardo, we were leading and we missed checkpoint 3. So it's been like a bugbear for me since then.
He can complain quite a bit, eh? He can bitch and moan sometimes. But no, I'm joking. No, it was really nice. Billy's done this event quite a couple of times, and he's done longer events than this. So he's got, his head is quite, squared on properly when it comes to sort of just pacing and just keeping a level head, keeping a steady, constant pace and not working too hard. He was sort of the brakes to on my bike at this, on the day. Just keep it down, keep calm, sort of thing, because I'm the jack-in-the-box type of guy, I want to go to the front, I want to lead, I want to race. I mean, we're used to riding marked routes, and this is a orienteering event, so there's no markers, except here towards the end, which helped a lot, I must say. But yeah, going up to Bergplaats, Anko and Peter actually had a bit of a gap on us, and then we were all just sort of going as hard as we could at that stage, and we missed the checkpoint. We just went straight past it because it was sort of off to the side. Rode past it, and then luckily the guys that put a board on there, they said, "Did you see the checkpoint 300 meters back?" We're like, "What checkpoint? There's nothing." But then yeah, so we turned around, and then up there in the mountains there's a checkpoint, so we rode up there. Caused quite a bit of confusion, and then luckily we were with them again, and then I got a bit of a gap. I think they actually had like a minute on us. Towards the end, I was so broken, just wanted it to end. But in the first 100 k's you don't realize that. You don't realize how long 230 k's are. So it was a learning curve, and I learned a lot from Billy today. So happy with that.
At checkpoint 6, I gave Lawrence the lanyard, and we were riding at near the end with Henko. It was just it was a stalemate, and I was kind of thinking, how are we going to break this? So I gave Lawrence the lanyard, and I said, at checkpoint 6, only one has to stop and just put a thing on, and I'm going to go, and you ride across to me, and then we'll go. And it worked.
It's really, really nice to win a big event like this. It's like Billy says, it's really a hard effort, and when it pays off in the end, it's a very rewarding feeling.
I love the event, but now that I've won it, I'm not coming back ever.
You see, that fangs are really steep. You see, they are really killing your legs. So that was quite steep, and then you still know there's Bergplaats waiting for you. So yes, and that's a long climb. You think you're on top, but then it just climbs and climbs and climbs. So, but the surface is not so bad, so you can do a nice tempo ride up there.
I don't think we could have done better. We worked so well together as a team. It's our 4th year in a row that we won mixed, and I think that's phenomenal. I don't think there's any other team that has won 4 years in a row, and this team is pretty damn good.
Well, both Amy and I kind of loaded our checkpoint 4 box last night before we had to hand it in, and we put some really yummy goodies in that box. And every time someone was having a low, you just reminded them, hang on, checkpoint 4 is so many k's away, and there are chuckles in there, or there's your wrap that you're so looking forward to, and that kind of motivates each other just to keep going, because there's a reward at each little spot that you get to. And obviously the jaffles at checkpoint 7, those were our 2 kind of carrots that kept us going all the way.
And a Ferries in 3rd place, with Taltoria ladies taking up 2nd. The Gallo Risk Valencia were the number 1 team on the day. In our mixed R&B Change Your Life, 3rd place for them, Merrill mixed in 2nd, and Ultimate Cycling RDC for the 4th time were the winners. In our men, On Your Bike, Shirley and Minnie in 3rd place, I'll Take Autopage in 2nd, but Power Bar, Stelling and Loose took the day in 8 hours 40. Obviously, this new unique event wouldn't be possible without the buy-in and support of some amazing people. And one group of people, the Eastern Cape's Parks and Tourism Board, have come aboard from the word go 13 years ago. And with me is a senior manager of the Baviaans Kloof Heritage Site, Sizwe Makulizi, thank you very, very much once again on behalf of all the riders out
Thank
there
you.
for allowing us into your wonderful Baviaans Kloof.
Yes.
It is a World Heritage Site, unique in biospheres. Just tell us a bit about what you're doing there.
I'm a senior reserve manager for Baviaans Kloof. Baviaans Kloof is a World Heritage Site, managed by SNK Parks and Tourism Agency. It has a very unique landscape features with very intact ecosystem processes and systems in the area. It is a globally renowned hotspot, biodiversity hotspot, as part of the Cape Flora Kingdom. It is a home of the fynbos biome. The area is very large. The planning domain is about 500,000 hectares at large. It is also formed part of the very important catchment area. A catchment area that is important, supplying the water to the Nelson Mandela Bay municipality and also the Kocha small towns around Baviaans Kloof. It's a very special place indeed.
Also, Sizwe, it's just not the biosphere and being a World Heritage Site that you're looking after, but you are reintroducing wildlife into the area, which is so important for this country.
Definitely. Baviaans Kloof is a home of many rare and endangered species, from wildlife to smaller species that you can think of that are important for the ecological processes and systems. It is a home to the Cape Mountain zebra, the red hartebeest, the mountain reedbuck. Those are special species. The cliff springers. There are also a lot of kudus that I'm sure the cyclists have seen along the route. Also the special species that nobody talks about, like the redfin minnow, which is the smallest species, highly endangered. It's a red data lizard. And the ghost frog, the Hewitt ghost frog, they are very important. So these are some of the unique features of the Baviaans Kloof that are very important for it as an ecosystem that is recognized globally as part of the Cape Flora Kingdom.
Now listen, you've really got your job cut out there because you've got the Cape Buffalo sitting in the Baviaans Kloof as well, and Vickers, you as race organizer, you Sizwe as a man in charge of it, they must always be a worry because buffalo are so unpredictable.
Well, together with the rugged terrain, the many river crossings, the river gorges and the mountain passes, the buffalo sort of present a challenge to the cyclists, okay? But it's a special species. I mean, it is found on the higher plateaus, in the areas in the reserve. The population is doing very well. And yeah, it's, I must say, from what you heard from Vickers, the organizers and the cyclists, it's a surprise game viewing experience for them as well from the bicycles.
Well, Sizwe, Vickers, I'd like to thank you very, very much. And I think we're going to see some amazing visuals of what is known as the key to the Baviaans Kloof, the Nuwe Kloof Pass, the first big climb which the riders hit as they go into this wonderful wilderness. Well, no event would be possible without great sponsors backing it. And talking about great sponsors, great individuals, I've got Trevor Sainham from Powerbar here, Victor Momsen from Momsen Bikes here, both of them really involved in this event. And Trevor, I'm going to start with you. Not only did you ride yesterday with your girlfriend, but you rode last weekend as well and came 10th. Just how's this body of yours feeling after 2 weekends of riding?
It's a bit sore, Paul. I must admit, I'm a bit. Last week was alright, but yesterday I had to humour myself. I wasn't. Not all the muscles were firing on all cylinders. But otherwise, it's alright. I'm a bit tired now, though. But I wouldn't do it a third weekend. If there was a third race, I'd have to be counted out. Yeah.
And listen, as Powerbar is a nutritional sponsor over this event, and you really saved the lives of lots of riders out there. I mean, what is your input? Why did you want to enter this race in particular as a sponsor?
I just think it's a great product for in the endurance industry, in the endurance sports industry. And it's a popular brand in mountain biking. It's a popular brand in cycling, and it's just an iconic event. This really, really is, and I just love this race. It's the 9th time that I've done it, and I'll probably come again and again and again and again. And we know that the product works, and the guys enjoy it, and we get good feedback, and it shows in our results.
Well, I can tell you, viewers out there, this man to my left was known as a beast in the world of triathlon. I'm happy to see and hear that the beast has still not left his body. Trevor, thank you very, very much.
Pleasure.
Victor, a proudly South African mountain bike. It really is world-class Momsen bikes. You're buying into this race, and why choose the Baviaans 24-hour mountain bike marathon?
Thanks, Paul. It's our second year being involved. I mean, it's literally down the road for us, so it just made so much sense. And the bikes we're doing it's a local brand. We need to be involved with local events, to listen to what the guys want, and to kind of make sure that the product is optimized for these endurance events. This event particularly is hardcore. It's the one everyone aims for if they want to push themselves to the limit. And it's just great to be here and to be involved and to speak to the guys. We also were involved with their roadshow, which was quite interesting to meet the guys before the event and to hear how things are going. And we can take some of those little nuances and requests and just slowly integrate them into the bikes.
Well, I did notice a lot of Momsen bikes out there again, Victor, and obviously you've got the right formula going, being an ex-mountain biker yourself. And I think your logo, forged in the Untamed, is absolutely perfect for this race.
Definitely, thank you. Yeah, it's we actually showed the 2017. The first time we showed the 2017 range was at registration, and we've got that new feature on the top tube where we've got a box. So it's proof for me that we're starting to see some of the call it results of the tie-in, the sponsorship, and I'm excited to see what we're going to do in the years to come.
Well, Victor, thank you very, very much, Trevor. And I've got to tell you, every race has got a spur at the end of it. Spur burgers is something that the riders look forward to when they've done about 125 or 140 Ks into this race. Sitting on the top of back class, they can virtually smell the spur burgers at the finish line. And what a lifesaver it is. Let's get a couple of visuals of this great sponsor.
We invest in a lot of outdoor activities. I mean, we invest in over 400 events. We're very predominant in the mountain biking races. It's fantastic. I mean, to wake up and see everyone so jovial and excited before such a big race, it's wonderful. I think it's a massive challenge. I think it's fantastic for anyone to do it for 230 kilometers, 24 hours. That's a lot. But there'll be a great burger waiting at the end of the long ride. It'll be at the Fountain Mall in Jeffreys Bay.
Well, every race must have winners, although each rider that crosses the finish line at the end of this amazing mountain biking marathon is a winner. But the gentleman to my left over here, well-known sports scientist Michael Posthumus, Chris Wallater, a man who's been steeped in the background of road racing, mountain biking, are winners of the second event. I'll start with you. Michael, you're a sports scientist, you analyze your own body throughout the race, but at 93 kilograms, surely you shouldn't be winning races.
That's what's the question there, Chris? No, we obviously had a plan. I raced to my power meter, had a look at my power throughout the race, knew we had still a lot to give after the rather slow first 100 kilometers, and we managed to keep on stepping up the intensity till we got to the finish. So I think it all ran according to plan, and a very successful strategy.
You make it sound so easy, but what amazed me and really impressed me was you're both first-time riders. You arrived there, you achieved what you set out to do, and you achieved the fastest time out of the last 2 weekends, 8 hours and 35 minutes. Chris, you must go through a lot of emotional and physical stress out there, and how does it do it as a team working together?
Yeah, it's, working together as a team here it's probably the most important thing, feeding off each other's strengths and looking after one another. Ultimately you have to come across the line together, and if you're on your own, that's not going to be the fastest way to do it.
And I've got to ask you, and mainly this is for all the riders out there who go through just huge amounts of pain. Do you guys feel pain out there at stages? Do you actually say this is one hell of a race?
Yeah, there definitely are a few times where you question what are we doing here, but the good times as well, and we do try take in the scenery a bit and enjoy it a bit from that side as well. And winning it's always nice as well. It's the cherry on the cake for us, so that's what's so fantastic.
Zane Schmal, the man who is race director, he's got all the hard work of keeping this amazing event together and doing it very, very well. Zane, the race itself and the day itself, watching the leaders, watching all the riders, what goes through your mind? And as a family affair, it's so hard to work on it as well.
Well, the first thing for me is to try and let them not catch me. You won't believe the guys how fast they go through the kloof. Even me in a big 4x4 need to have my foot on the gas to make sure they don't catch me. But a question for you guys. Last weekend the winning move was made at the unmanned checkpoint. And this weekend it seems like you guys were up the Mac. What do you plan that, or does it just happen in the race? How do you decide when to go for it?
Yeah, like Mike was saying, the first 100 Ks the racing was quite slow, and we tried to sort of initiate a move to get things going a bit. And we actually ran straight through checkpoint 2, put the other guys a bit on the back foot, so they had to chase, and the Day brothers came across eventually. And we had to stop at the next checkpoint, so they were ahead. So it was a bit of a cat and mouse, but eventually we caught them on the bottom of the Mac, and when we did catch them, we just rode straight past, and we could see they were in a spot of bother. And when we're strong and they're weak, you have to capitalize, and that's what we did. So yeah, I thought, so when we got to the top of the Mac and we could go in and out of that checkpoint, I thought if we could get out before they saw us, it would really be quite a psychological blow for them, and an ultra endurance race like this is very psychological.
Fantastic. Lastly, what's your favorite part of the race? What did you enjoy most of the route? Or what section did you enjoy the best of the race?
I must enjoy it. I enjoyed everything from checkpoint 2 to the top of Bergplaats. I enjoyed the challenging climbing. Obviously the Mac climb was great. So yeah, I know.
You're the only guy that's going to say that.
Yeah,
you know that.
Really enjoyed that climb. It was nice and smooth, concrete strips. Had the benefit that was one of the few stages where being on a hardtail was actually really nice.
Well, guys,
Fantastic.
I hope you're going to be back next year, because you've been absolutely great champions, the fastest in 2016. And I think we're going to talk about Mac. We're going to have a look at Bergplaats now. And Extreme Lights, one of our sponsors, are going to shed some light on it, because most of the riders, unlike Chris and Michael here, don't see Bergplaats in the daylight. They only see it at night. So let's have some great visuals of Mac, the king of the mountains, Bergplaats.
climb is that it's Mac. Right. No, it's a sting in the tail after all the lack of fun we had from the beginning, and now it's reality time. Yeah.
At least we're hitting Bergplaats in light with beautiful sun setting at the back there. It's some dark, ominous clouds in the background. But we're looking forward to a lucky evening. See you on the other side.
It was fantastic until Mac. It really was, yeah, then everything fell to pieces.
Dis nou net afdraad huis toe. Hulle sê dis die kas hier. Die kas se deure is nou oop. So ons gaan maar op huis toe nou.
There's a bit of pain involved. That I can promise you.
It's been a drag, but it's been awesome. 140 k's done. Now it's going downhill all the way into the beach.
It's the Big Dipper. They need their brakes and their lights going down here. And I'm sure they're all looking forward to some nice downhill. It's rutted going down, and there's some sheer drop-offs, but at least the sun's setting, and they won't see how far they can fall.
You might just think that the Baviaans is for really rock-hard men, but I can tell you year after year, more and more women are arriving here, and with me, the second ladies team that crossed the line after 16 and a half hours, the all-girls team, and I've got to tell you ladies, absolutely amazing out there. Cherise, you've done this event before, you're the team captain, riding with your mother-in-law. I just cannot believe that. Marachelle, well done, I hope you bonded, but how did it go out there, and how do you keep your team spirits up?
Well, I think all of us, you know, we get along quite well, and we just decided from the start that we're going to make it a fun event. We're going to enjoy it, stop by every water point, enjoy all the food that there was, have a nice cup of coffee by the last checkpoint, and we just decided we're just going to make it an enjoyable event, so we want to come back next year.
You've done this before. I've got to ask you, did you tell these three ladies the truth about what was ahead of them?
No, I told them it's going to be a really nice race, and it's not that long.
Okay, mother-in-law Marachelle, I've got to ask you, did you bond with your daughter-in-law on this race?
Well, definitely. She's the one that always helps me. And when I say, yes, you girls must go, don't wait for me, all she did was call out every now and then, Ma, are you still here? It was so funny because at the end of the event, there was a strange, another competitor or rider, he came to me and he said, well done, Ma, you made it. So the whole field around us knew about Ma.
Well, I've got to tell you, ladies, I'm full of admiration for all four of you. You look so fresh after so many hours in the saddle. From all of us, thank you very, very much. Are you going to come back next year?
Definitely. I don't know about them, but I'm sure I'll be able to convince them to come back again next year.
Well, the race would be a lot poorer without the four of you. Thank you very, very much. And now, let's take a look at the water points. They are so instrumental in getting these amazing men and women to the finish line, like these four ladies, and the men and women who help there and do such a great job, not only physically, but psychologically as well. Well, that just about wraps it up from Trans Talk in 2016. To all of our magnificent riders, go home safely. To all of our viewers out there, thank you very, very much for watching this Trans Talk. And hopefully next year, you'll be one of the riders who'll go right through the Baviaans Kloof in this magnificent race. Let's watch visuals from the last 24 hours on a mountain bike in this great...